Coming up on 6:49 right now, time for the morning rush. We're hearing from the Las Cruces police officer who stopped the suspect that killed a state police officer in February of 2021. New Mexico State Police Officer Darian Jarrett was killed by Omar Cueva during a traffic stop. Now, after a dangerous pursuit, Las Cruces police officer Adrian de la Garza stopped Cueva. Cueva got out of his car firing and hitting de la Garza, but he was able to fire back, killing Cueva. De la Garza is now looking to stem cell research to help with severe nerve damage from the shooting. Two Albuquerque women are waiting to find out their sentences after they pleaded guilty to a drunk driving crash that killed two of their children. Alexis Martinez and Danielle Ortiz had both been drinking, so when Martinez was behind the wheel and slammed into a concrete barrier near the Big I. Martinez's 7-year-old daughter was killed, along with Ortiz's infant son. They each face a possible sentence of more than 30 years in prison. A judge has now ruled to keep a woman accused of shooting her husband to death behind bars until trial. Police say that Joel Valdez confronted his wife, Erica Valdez, and her boyfriend, James Sena. That was at a hotel on July the 4th. Now, later at the Valdez home, police say that Erica Valdez shot and killed her husband. Her boyfriend, James Sena, is also charged in the case. His detention hearing is scheduled for later this week. Erica.
And here's a look at our hourly forecast through your morning commute. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s only through 8 o'clock, then low 80s 9 through 10. We'll be heating up big time by noon. It's going to be another scorcher with partly sunny skies, and we'll see a slight chance for sprinkles in the evening.
Security efforts are being stepped up at an Albuquerque beauty shop. That's after recent vandalism. Security footage from this past weekend shows a man pulling wire, cutting pipes, and digging through the trash at Glow Aesthetics off San Mateo and Constitution. After the vandalism, the business owner called in an electrician and discovered more damage. The owner is now asking APD to do nightly patrols in the area. Residents of the west side are raising concerns about the safety of a proposed gas storage facility. At a meeting on Tuesday night, more than a dozen people voiced their opposition to a proposed liquefied natural gas storage facility on the outskirts of Rio Rancho, saying that the risks outweigh the benefits. There will be a PRC hearing in October to decide the fate of the storage facility. Well, the city of Albuquerque is now working to fix potentially dangerous trail conditions in the Bosque as high water levels in the Rio Grande begin to recede. The river has washed out some trails, leaving debris and large holes in the ground. Now the Open Space Department is going to be removing that debris and filling the holes along the city trails. You can report washed out areas by calling 311. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is moderate today as we'll be seeing dangerous heat across the state, increasing our risk of heat sickness. Make sure to avoid strenuous activities during the afternoon. We could end up seeing some spotty showers and storms across the state this afternoon and evening.
The Wheels Museum at the downtown Albuquerque rail yards is now working to secure the necessary funds for expansion. The president of the museum says that the city told her that expansion would be a $100 million job. The museum does not charge admission but encourages donations. An 11-year-old dog is lucky to be alive this morning after being attacked by a mountain lion. Rosie is slowly recovering after being attacked by a mountain lion last week in Cuesta. Now, Cuesta police told Rosie's owners that other people in the area, they had reported their dogs missing as well. Game and Fish says that they did reach out to get more information on the mountain lion, but we have not yet heard back. Erica.
All right, a check on traffic. No major accidents or slowdowns to report. Tracker is heading south on I-25, passing the Big I. Everything is moving right along.
A remarkable view from space as NASA's James Webb Space Telescope catches a breathtaking glimpse of dozens of stars at the moment of birth. That snapshot being unveiled by the agency on Wednesday shows 50 baby stars in a cloud complex 390 light years away from Earth.
Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, an Albuquerque Train Museum is working to secure the necessary funds for expansion. The Wheels Museum at the downtown Albuquerque rail yards displays more than 5,000 items, highlighting trains and other modes of transportation. The president of the museum says it's time for an upgrade, ideally right here at the rail yards. She says the city told her the expansion would cost around $100 million. The museum does not charge admission but encourages donations.
At number 4, the city of Albuquerque and volunteers are now working to fix washed out, potentially dangerous trails in the Bosque. This year, the Rio Grande has flowed at levels that the metro hasn't seen for years. The river is now receding and revealing some debris and holes in the ground. If you see any of that, you're asked to call 311.
And number 3, we'll be seeing extreme heat in the state today. Temperatures climbing into the 100s, even in the Four Corners near Farmington. We'll see upper 90s up near Santa Fe, low 100s in Albuquerque, and close to 110s across the southeast plains.
And number 2, this morning we are hearing from the Las Cruces police officer who stopped the suspect that killed a state police officer. In February of 2021, New Mexico State Police Officer Darian Jarrett was killed while conducting a traffic stop near Las Cruces. Now, after a dangerous pursuit to stop the shooter, Omar Cueva, Las Cruces police officer Adrian de la Garza did a pit maneuver and stopped Cueva, but was shot in an exchange of gunfire before shooting and killing Cueva. That wound left de la Garza with severe nerve damage in his arm. He's now looking to stem cell research to help with the nerve damage and to raise money for stem cell treatments at a clinic in Mexico. And at number 1, security efforts are being stepped up this morning at an Albuquerque beauty shop that's coming after recent vandalism. It's only been a few weeks since Glow Aesthetics moved into the building off San Mateo and Constitution. Security cam footage from this past weekend shows a man pulling wire, cutting pipes, and digging through the trash, but not stealing anything. The owner is now asking for a step up in security.